conversations were a lot different after that.
We gotta get amount of people inside that post office. It seemed like 2 at minimum, maybe 3, 4, 4. Oh, yep, there they are. Hold on, let's figure out who they are before we try something.
Correct, yeah.
You mind if we actually have a civil conversation about something's piqued my curiosity?
It's fine, I don't think you need to have all them fucking weapons out to talk to them.
Come down to the docks. Please. Curiosity let me use up words right now.
How many of us have warrants? I couldn't tell you. Couldn't even tell you what warrants I have at the moment.
Call it professional courtesy, but there's a lot of deputies around.
I appreciate the heads up. Oh, if I'm being honest, I'm quite glad to know there's a lot of them about.
And why is that?
Because we've had a lot of issues trying to enter these banks lately.
Harley, is it?
Yeah, Harley is correct.
Do you run your family?
Yeah, that's so.
Would it be correct that, from what I've been overhearing, Johnny O'Connor is trying to pull you into something very, very stupid for your family?
He spoke to me about certain things, that's correct, yeah.
Does that involve raising your guns against us for a stupid little vendetta?
He's never spoke to me about the Colt, no.
Well, that's what came to my ears. That he's planning on bringing you guys into his little fold and starting a little gang war. I just want your opinions on that.
I'm not gonna lie, I owe Johnny O'Connor a big favour, but I'm also telling the truth when I tell you he's never mentioned the Colt. He might have mentioned other people, but the name the Colt has never left his lips.
You mention us or my name, and he won't shut the fuck up.
Yeah, if he ain't mentioned us previously, he's definitely gonna mention us soon. And you know, we ain't got problems with y'all. So we'd like to refrain from having problems with y'all.
So yeah, we're not actively seeking issues with people we don't need fucking wars with. We've got enough of them going on anyway.
That's good to hear. We just simply wanted to get to you directly and tell you exactly what it is. What we do not want or can be arsed with, to be perfectly honest.
I know the feeling. Well, what's the issue between you and Johnny O'Connor, if it's not too personal?
I killed one of his friends that killed one of our own. We killed in retaliation. He doesn't like it.
Yeah. Now, as soon as we thought that was all over with, he decided to kidnap Mr. Ethan Colt's wife. And, you know, I think it's safe to say that kidnapping women, especially, you know, the people you hate's wives, it's kind of a no-go.
Uh-huh. Very much so.
And also, just to let you know, Shays, this is Ethan Colt that's on my right.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Yeah, pleasure to meet yourself. I have heard stories about you all.
Yep. So Johnny O'Connor is somebody who will believe anything that anyone tells him and move it on to other people as facts. And this is something that I've had to negotiate with him on 2 separate occasions previous to today. So just be mindful of what you hear coming out of his mouth. If you ever have any questions relative to anything relative to me, my fucking gang, or anything we do, you can come to me and we'll have a conversation about it to clear that air. Fair enough?
Sounds fair enough, yeah. If I have if I've ever got issues, I'd rather speak face to face, man to man, and sort it out rather than bitch behind people's backs.
Exactly.
But as I said, I'm not going to deny the fact that I do owe Johnny O'Connor a big favour, but there's favours and then going to war for no fucking reason.
Mm-hmm.
I
Indeed
thought
there
Johnny
is.
O'Connor had an issue with another family called the Freemans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes, he has that as well.
yeah.
Him and his little friends are currently after the Freemans and us at the same fucking time.
Johnny O'Connor. Yeah.
Yeah, so being friends with Johnny O'Connor just makes an enemy out of everybody. He does not want to shut up, and he just decides to say a lot of stupid shit.
I'll give you some friendly advice. Being friends with Johnny O'Connor usually gets you killed. And he hides off into the shadows, pretends to be a good little civilian for a little while, then creeps back out when the dust has settled, reforms something new, like the 5th iteration of the craze from what I have been told, and starts it all over again.
The Craze, that's a name I've been hearing lately.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, it's a gang that's been around for a long time. They died once, came back a second time, died twice, came back a third time, and died a third time. And they're now apparently going back and forth.
5th.
Fifth. So yeah, they just keep on dying and coming back like a bunch of roaches.
Yep.
Sound like a certain gang of vigilantes, I know.
And there are a shit ton of them as well over in Valentine.
Yeah, it seems like O'Connor's friends are a bunch of civilian vigilante mixed people.
Uh-huh. But just be mindful of that information, okay?
Apparently they broke him out of fucking cells the other night. Bunch of corrupt vigilantes.
Do you have an issue with a young girl called Scout?
No.
See, I have received a letter just from Scout, just letting me know that.
I'll tell you what the situation was regarding that. So, my wife had informed me. So there's been ever since I don't know if you know who Fly Wilson or Johnny Cook were, but they're long gone. But so long story short, they died, and Fly and Johnny were essentially killed by the Colts. Okay, I lost my daughter in that fucking event, all that bullshit, so on and so forth. So ever since then, and this is, you know, toward the end of last year, you know, well over 6 months ago, and all they want to do is they want to put out child killers, culture child killers this, child killers that. There's never a fucking face to put anything to. There's never a mannerism to which action we taken to make that shit cease. And Johnny O'Connor is one of the conduits of that. Rose Miller is. Felix Avery is. And this gentleman named Magpie, which is in relation with Scout that you had brought up. So yesterday, after I spoke with Magpie regarding something that crossed my ears, and I wanted to make sure that I got the facts straight before I approached him again on it. So I got the facts straight, and I approached him again on it. We rode out of town with him, we had a conversation with him, and then we let him go. With a very, very keen understanding that calling my wife a child killer to her face, or any other cult for that matter, those words in any condition leaving his mouth is completely unacceptable behavior. And there will be action that will be cast against him should that happen again.
Magpie doesn't know when to shut his fucking mouth. I'm not going to argue that.
Well, we had a good chat yesterday.
What would you do for your gang if you went through the same situation and for 6 months anonymous telegrams got fed out about your gang being child killers?
I have shot people for sending out anonymous telegrams about me and taking fingers and ears and legs, so I'm not going to fucking argue with whatever you want to do about that. It's petty, it's annoying, and it's just bullshit.
It is.
Connor is part of that.
The only reason I brought Scout up is because she does help us out in certain ways, and well, you know what it's like. If people help family, then you sort of do owe them.
I'll leave it
Help
like
in
this, nice and
return.
simple. Scout made Scout made a fucking accord with us last night, and if he violates it, she gets hurt. So it really is up to him. I don't want to hurt that girl. She's real sweet, but if he doesn't keep his word, I'm forced to keep mine.
So is this Scout that needs to keep a word on Magpie?
Both of them.
Yeah.
Alright, well if Magpie opens his mouth, I'm sure you can target Magpie and not Scout. I can have a word with Scout and make sure she's not doing anything.
Good.
She's just,
Right.
in certain ways, she is invaluable to what we do.
Okay.
Noted.
I'm glad we had this conversation. You seem like a smart guy.
I just want to do business. I just want to punish white hats if they give me reason to. I'm vigilantes as far as people doing other shit. We've got no intention to get in to stick our noses where it's not needed.
It's good.
That is good to hear. Well, it's nice to be able to converse on matters of importance, so thank you.
Where do you reside in the state? Or do you roam freely?
We're all over, but we reside in the Heartlands.
Like, there's no way us doing what we do regarding, let's say, putting a taxation on the estate banks is going to interfere with anything you do.
Just don't touch Blackwater.
We own that.
Yeah.
You just want us to stay away from Blackwater Bank.
That's it, yeah. Enjoy the rest.
No, Blackwater's a fucking long way from St. Denis, so
You're not wrong. Did you a favor then, huh?
yeah, it gives us a reason to avoid the place.
That and is a goddamn nightmare to get out of.
Yeah. Aye, well, I appreciate you taking the time to come and speak to us and come to a clear understanding then.
Well, there's some white hats. They got a robbery going on there?
Yes. That is bad timing.
That's fucking
Bad
hilarious.
time.
That is really bad timing. Wait,
And here they come.
Oh,
Does
they
anyone-
really shouldn't.
it'd be fucking stupid to even try and do anything.
Yeah.
They're like, wait a minute, that's a lot more than one group.
What
Nope.
the fuck?
Well, I guess now's a good time to split ways.
Yep.
Oh wait, they're coming over to say hello.
Howdy, folks.
Oh.
Good evening.
Howdy indeed.
Oh, I like the spread. That is beautiful.
Yeah. Who we got here with you, Mr. Colt?
A whole bunch of folks.
I was more or less referring to the people over here to the left.
I ain't introducing them.
They can speak for themselves.
Name's Thomas.
Thomas?
Thomas O'Shea.
O'Shea. All right. I'm assuming the rest of you are O'Shea's as well, huh?
Aye.
Is that a correct assumption? I'm Senior Deputy Andrew Allen. This is the issue we're running into here, Mr. Colt, is we have warrants for your arrest. We've come here to serve them today.
That's unfortunate.
I
Yeah.
suppose I should step
Hold
to
on
the side
before we
then.
go any further. O'Shea, it was nice to meet you all. I think it's good if we
Part
split.
ways here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. I wish you all the fucking best and what.
Take great
might
care, will
happen.
you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Have fun then, Colt.
Oh, we will.
Damn straight.
Are they for fucking real?
I believe the warrants we have are for you yourself, Mr. Colt, Mr. Mercer, Mr. Sterling, and, excuse me, I'm forgetting the fourth undersheriff.
Who's the fourth, Gene?
Rachel Reaper.
Miss
She
Reaper.
does have a warrant.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, well, well.
Before I let Mr. Senior Deputy Allen continue, would you mind putting your weapons away?
Nope.
Nope.
We ain't
Alright.
coming with y'all, so.
Especially when you guys are spread out like that. Only means one thing, Delgado. Don't call us
Yeah.
fools.
Well, you know how it's gonna go. First we ask you come in peacefully. We don't want anybody getting hurt. Don't want any shots fired in this situation. All we want to do is have those warrants served and everybody peacefully.
Well, there ain't gonna be no peacefully about this. Let me tell you that right now.
Why can't we do that, Mr. Colt?
Because I'm ready for a fight.
I'm just trying to get an understanding as to why you're ready for a fight. All we're trying to do
Well,
is
that's an
serve these
understanding and a
warrants peacefully.
resolve that I will demonstrate with my musket rather than my mouth.
Question is, deputies, do you want this?
No, we do not. However,
Okay, let me
we
tell
have
you
the
how
job
this is
to
going to
do.
go, Senior Deputy Allen.
Yes,
You
sir.
might win today. You might. There's a slight possibility that you might. And I'm going to sick every one of my dogs on every single one of you going forward. And this is going to completely change our relationship in this state. You want that? I'll bring it
Why
to
would
you.
it change the relationship, Mr. Colt? We're just trying to do this peacefully.
There ain't going to be no peacefully about it. I already told you that. So get back
Done
on
it
your
peacefully
horses
with
and
more
go do
resolve.
this shit a different day.
I've done it peacefully with Mr. Sterling. I don't understand why this situation
Well, you ain't
can't go
dealing with
peacefully.
Mr. Sterling. You're dealing with Mr. Colt.
I understand that, and I completely respect that situation. I'm just trying to gain a rapport here with you, Mr. Colt.
Delgado, do I lie to you?
No, you do not, Mr. Colt. Not that I'm aware of.
Do you feel that I'm bluffing in this moment?
I do not feel you are, no.
That is good.
I will say, though, that, you already know, Mr. Colt, that how lenient we can be. And if, I know y'all just came back to this state, or the majority of you did anyway, from wherever you came from, and that's perfectly fine. But I feel like it'd be easier for y'all to do your business if you didn't have us breathing down your neck. For example, that business that we just had to interrupt just then.
Oh, that was some clearing some air business is what that was.
Right.
I'll make it very frank, Delgado. We have some very important things to do.
And wouldn't
We
those
don't
things
have
be
time.
done? Wouldn't those things be better if you could serve your time? Whereas if you're in the middle of it and the law happens to get the best of you, because one day it will happen.
You think you've gotten the best of us right here in this moment, huh?
No, no, no. I meant one day, eventually, it will happen. Where your
Of
warrants will be
course, it
served.
will eventually happen, Delgado.
Wouldn't you
When,
want
as I
it
was
to
saying,
happen on your
when I was
terms, Mr.
finishing
Mercer?
my sentence, was we don't have time for this at the moment.
After we get these warrants out of the way, you'll have all the time in the world without us chasing you down the state.
I think you're missing my point.
Delgado,
Yes, Mr. Colt.
if you don't come out victorious and you're still standing, I'm going to take you and I'm going to cut your head off for this moment.
What do you want me to do, Ethan?
I want you to get your little buddies. I want you to get on your horse. I want you to get the fuck over somewhere else. This is not going to be a peaceful situation. This is going to be bloodshed and carnage
Is there a reason why you're acting like this, Mr. Colt?
because this is not happening today.
What
That is why.
What business is so important that you can't talk to us right now?
I am talking to you right now.
Yeah.
The talking's not the issue, Delgado.
Negotiation is what I meant.
Two
There ain't
deputies
shit.
are on the lift.
There ain't nothing to negotiate because this is not taking place, especially in this fucking
Over to my
format.
right, behind the next carriage. You take the one.
Where
that's
would you
going
rather
to
have it
the
take
right.
place? When would you rather have it take place?
When I have my business constructed and resolved.
And how long will that take?
Unsure. Gotta find some stupid ass dipshits. One of them being a Johnny O'Connor. And I'm gonna put him in the ground.
I don't think nobody's gonna
Especially
cry
for
over
whatever the fuck he did yesterday.
Pretty sure Burton wants him in the ground, Delgado.
that. I think everybody wants him in the ground. I don't think we're at odds about that.
Do you want to do it for us?
No. That's against the law, and I am a undersheriff.
Well, the law worked out real well when he shot Burton yesterday, so I suppose that's where we come in, right?
Do y'all have a job to do, or what you think your job is?
You
So do
thirsty
we.
for this? You white hats, you thirsty for this?
Absolutely not. We are not. No.
You came here thirsting for it.
No, we didn't.
Normally,
can't.
I just say, oh, you know what? Let's avoid this. There doesn't need to be any issues because we don't have an issue with you per se. This, however, this action right here, right fucking now, definitely changes that.
How
So
is
I
this
hope you
different
all
from-
think this through very methodically because this changes everything right here, right now.
We could have tried to
if
do
you
this
wanna
back
go
in
through
Valentine,
this.
Ethan.
And I knew you were thinking about it. You're always thinking about it.
Of course we are. We have to.
I know. It's your job.
Took out as much as a heartless bastard that you might think I am. Get your deputies on your left to move the goddamn horses out the way. I don't want to be shooting no fucking innocent horses.
And no man should be hiding behind his beast either.
Move the horses. The both of you. They won't shoot you while you're moving horses.
Thank you.
Maybe over here.
What makes this any different from any other time, Mr. Colt?
Because there is still business left to conduct.
Is that business immediate?
Yes, it is. It's very pressing. Your whole world is chaos right in this state right now. You not realize that?
We know. We're trying to control that chaos. And running around the state looking to kill Johnny O'Connor, Cray, whatever the fuck he calls himself now, is adding to that chaos, Mr. Colt.
No,
Actually,
it's
they're
saving
under
all
control.
your asses as well. Remember
Yeah.
that.
I think it would help y'all if any. I mean, hell, you heard Delgado. It seems like y'all want him dead, too. I think we'd be doing y'all a favor. Would I be wrong in saying that, Delgado?
What I'm going to respond to that is that nobody gives a shit about O'Connor.
Well, there you go.
I'm pretty sure there's a few people on that list that you guys would also say you wouldn't give a shit about. I'd be most likely glad that they are ceasing to breathe. Especially you, Delgado.
We have
Is
four
that
people.
enough of a hint for you?
Go on out.
We've got 4 warrants for 4 people. Yeah, I'm taking all of you.
I thought they're missing me.
Just 4 to serve the warrants, and then you'll be on your way to do whatever the fuck you want to do to Mr. O'Connor.
Delgado, do we ever leave one of our own behind?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Then what makes this different?
You've known it from the start. Ever since our first little interaction in Valentine when we had to get Colt out of the cell. You were there as a little recruit. I'm sure you remember.
Yeah, I very much do.
You were
Not a
also
single
there on that
person.
hill that night when Burton gave us $500 for Ryder as well.
Yeah, I was
We
there as
knew.
well.
Mm-hmm. We've had a lot of history together, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
You want to end that today?
From that history, Ethan, there's been... I don't know where this... There's a lot
Been
of
a
really,
lot.
There's a lot of really stupid fucking outlaws in the state.
I agree.
You're not one of them. Even though even though I heavily disagree with some of the shit you do, and still and always will. For example, being Marcus Baker, one of them. You're still smart, and I know your gang is still smart, or they can be. You ain't just out looking for blood for no absolute reason. There's always a reason that ain't just bullshit. Or at least there usually is.
What if I told you we expected this to happen?
Expected the law to come after you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's usually what happens when you got a warrant, yes.
We knew when we came into Saint Denis we'd have an interaction of this nature, so you know what that means?
It means you got a plan, I would assume.
Means we thinking ahead of you.
You don't think we thought of anything just walking up here?
Oh,
I think there's a
believe
lot
you
of
guys talked a whole
uncertainty
lot.
involved in a situation such as this, or decisions to put it forward.
Of course there is. You know, there ain't nobody, no planning, no amount of planning, no amount of preparation that somebody can take into effect for a shootout
Nope.
on either side, law or outlaw.
Correct.
But we don't want a shootout.
Well,
isn't that
you here
correct,
for a
Alan?
shootout because you guys ain't gonna move your ground until there is one.
No, we ain't gonna move our ground until something is met, any kind of deal. We don't have to serve all 4 of those warrants today, if you don't want.
There ain't gonna be any surf today, Delgado.
Then what kind of negotiation is there, Ethan, aside from get out or get shot?
I don't typically make it as such. You know that.
I know.
But right now, you're kicking the dog.
All right, let's say, Ethan, I was to do what's your suggestion? I command all my deputies to get on their horses and leave you alone for today. How's that going to look for me and my job? The other sheriff just let 6 Colts walk away.
The
before we go back to the warrants.
Undersheriff Delgado allowed his deputies not to get shot in the streets.
They
and
know what
also
they signed up
bleed
for.
out.
Yeah. On the bright side, you won't end up in the papers being dead.
That would be a shame.
Instead, I'd be branded a coward, and I'd rather die, to be honest.
No, you be branded someone that's fucking smart, not a coward. There's a difference between being a coward and knowing when to pick your battles.
Richard Gene Horton or Danny Dick.
I'm pretty sure I can speak for the rest of us. We don't want this. But if we have to, we will.
And I'm
wanna make
sure
that
I
very
could speak
clear.
for the rest of us. On this side, Mercer, we definitely don't want this. But if we have to, we will.
Let us deal with our business.
It's going to be a lot harder to deal with that business recovering from a shootout than it is recovering from a served warrant.
Oh,
That's
jeez.
where we're going with this, huh?
Take my chances, I guess.
One last thing then. To entice you, maybe. If you lot do the smart thing and go after I'm done conducting my business, I personally will put myself in, and you have my word, Delgado. I have things that I need to do. Involves the lives of other people. If I'm not around, they will die. Plain and simple. Laying it on the table. And
There's a lot of moving pieces currently in motion. A lot of delicacies.
Wow.
How long is that business going to take?
I'm unclear. Hopefully not long.
preferably not long.
But it definitely ain't something that solves itself overnight.
No, it ain't.
So we're talking days, not hours.
Yeah.
Possible.
Mhm.
Currently waiting on the one piece moving, then the rest falls into place. And that piece is out of my control.
Well, I'm in agreement with my undersheriff. I'm not going to be labeled a coward today.
Oh. Then I guess a dead brave man is what it's gonna be.
Well, it is unfortunate.
Are you really gonna do this for your pride?
No, this is not pride. This is a matter of law.
When someone is threatened to be called a coward, that is pride speaking, not the law.
What kind of lawman would I be to let people with warrants walk away free?
Typical. That's what you'd be. Just like the people who came to Blackwater that we observed the other day. There was a fucking store robbery going on. You got 3 deputies that rolled up, announced themselves, figured out who was around, and then said to them, they said, with all the town folk looking on, they said, well, have a good day and enjoy your money, and rode off.
Yep. Didn't
So
even
very
bother.
typical, if you ask me.
It's a big fucking problem in my eyes.
Yep.
This world you're gonna need to learn is not black and white, is perpetual gray.
I am well aware that the world ain't black and white.
He is speaking in absolutes.
He is also aware that the world ain't black and white. The situation that we're in now, we understand. You know, I understand, and I'm sure the rest of us, I'm sure we all do. None of us want to shoot out. We have things we gotta do. You have things you gotta do. We're getting in the way of each other here.
Don't.
Gato,
No,
if
no,
you
no,
do
hold on.
this,
Don't
people are
say.
going to die. And I'm not talking about the people that are standing at these docks.
We're not obstructing what we're doing to each other. You're obstructing what the fuck we're trying to do. You came out of your goddamn way to come find us all the way from goddamn Valentine's. So don't say that we're going in front of your business that you gotta fucking do.
You have
You
a
came to
warrant.
us. You looked for
You
us.
have a warrant, Sterling. That is why we wear the badge, to enforce the law. Now, we can enforce this law peacefully, which is what we aim to do at all times, every single time. Or we can enforce the law with gunfire, which none of us want to do ever.
Ay, ay, ay.
I don't want to hear it more as off.
We ain't coming with you, that's for damn sure.
Gato, I believe we've exhausted our chance. We are starting to go around in circles.
Well, in that case, I'll let Alan continue his negotiations. And if you think it's talking in circles, then your options are clear.
Mr. Colt, Miss Reaper, Mr. Sterling, Mr. Mercer, we have warrants for your arrest. I'm asking for you to come peacefully to the sheriff's office to have those warrants served.
What's the plan?
Will you do so?
We're ready.
We will not do so.
Mr. Colt, now I'm telling you and the others that I listed off, I'm now telling you to come with us and that you are under arrest. Come to the office.
Talk some sense into this situation, Delgado. End of the day, this is on you.
I'm not the one who chose to live this life.
Yeah, you are.
Make it seem like we chose.
If you will not
If I
come
have to
peacefully,
die
we
today-
will be using force.
If I have to die today, I die today. I don't want to die today. I want to see my kids again. I want to reestablish my vows with my woman.
Remember to watch the lift, everybody. Watch the lift.
There's one guaranteed way you won't die today, Mr. Colt.
Got 2 hit
You can't ever give me a guarantee.
That
It
is
don't
a
make no
guarantee.
difference if I'm in Sisika or I'm out here on the streets of Saint Denis. There's no guarantee that life is yours, that you can live it. Just like the sun cresting upon the fucking salt over there right now, humbling us all with the scent of air. Everything. It's real.
There's a guarantee.
Living ain't a guarantee. Being in prison for a shit ton of years ain't a guarantee. And you serving them warrants successfully today is definitely not guaranteed.
No,
Because I'll
I
tell you
don't-
what, when all the shooting starts, should you make it so by continuing your rhetoric, your banter, your bullshit, you all will fall. Every one of you. Sure, you might get some of us. So be it. Might even get me. Congratulations. But at the end of the day, everything here, this entire dynamic, everything that's shaped is changed. Every situation going forward, every piece of fucking mouth that comes out, every single bit of it changes going forward. The way we treat you changes going forward. The way we interact with you, us giving a fuck about y'all being gunned down, changes going forward. So you really want to pursue that today? You understand the gravity to which you speak.
I understand, Mr. Colt, but I know there's an understanding that we have a job to do, and we can't walk away. Nobody wants to get hurt. Nobody wants to pull the trigger. Nobody wants to die. The only guarantee that I can give you of safety is coming in peacefully. And while you are in custody, under my custody, you will be safe. And that is the only guarantee that I can make today. We'll serve the time, however little it is, and we'll be done with it. And we can all go about our days peacefully and about our business. That is the guarantee that I can make. And that is a for sure guarantee that everybody will be safe if this goes down peacefully. I'm not dealing in absolutes, as Mr. Mercer said I was. I'm dealing in what we have to do to get this job done, how we live our lives, how you live your lives. We're just trying to come to a peaceful compromise.
You ever spend time in Sisika?
No, sir, I have not.
There ain't no living there.
I can't disagree with you. I don't know how big the warrant is, Mr. Colt. I don't know the specifics. I don't even know if you will be going to Cisco.
Oh, I'll be going to Sisika.
We all will be going to Sisika.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of time.
One more opportunity. If you would please come with us to office so we can get that time served.
You know
Get this
what's
out of our hair.
interesting here, Mr. Allen?
Go ahead, sir.
I'm going to make you raise your rifle before we'll raise ours. And I'm going to make you start this off.
Not raising my rifle, Mr. Colt. If this goes the way it's going to go, it's going to be by your hand, not mine.
No, it ain't going to be by mine. Or any of ours.
I've got
And
all
you
the
raise
time in
your
the
rifle.
world to sit here on this dock, Mr. Colt.
Well, then let's sit, shall we?
All we're doing is wasting time that you could be getting that business done, and that seems to be your main goal here, is getting that business done. So why are we wasting time?
I can't do that business if I'm locked away for many, many years.
It is
What's a
time
few
sensitive
hours?
business, Al.
Yep.
Time fucking sensitive business. Years to waste ain't something we have.
Well, then let's get this taken care of and be done with it.
You've been told what you
Leave.
need to do.
I'm not raising my rifle. I don't shoot first. Nor, well, any of my deputies here shoot first, and they know that. Isn't that correct, Undersheriff?
The only time we ever shoot first is if we absolutely have to. Which is very, very rare.
You want me to call your bluff?
That ain't no bluff. That's how we talk.
Might
Who the
want
hell
to check
just
that
shot?
out.
Who just shot? What the hell was that?
Oh, I guess they don't care.
Ashbrook. Can you hear me over there?
Yep.
Did you see anything behind you?
Nothing behind me,
Well,
but I saw
somebody
somebody
just
running
got
to the
fucking
side.
murdered.
That's what it sounded like. Yeah, what's going on over there? I
Give me a
wonder.
moment.
Let's not stay behind the same barrels.
You guys take the ones on the right. I'm gonna take the middle. I'm gonna
Mr.
get
Colt, I
Ethan
care about these people's
and
lives.
Melody to take the
I
left.
care about all these people behind me. I care about all the people in front of me.
As do I.
I don't want anybody to die today, Mr. Colt.
Ethan.
Well, then get on your horse and go away, and no one will.
And you
That's
know
the
we
only
can't do that.
guarantee that you can give. And that's the
If
only guarantee that I can give.
Be
If
labeled
this
as
happens,
Andrew Allen,
me and you
the
down the
man that
middle,
let the
and you
Colts get
split
away.
off left for the ones in the train carts.
All right. Better be than rest in peace, Andrew Allen, don't you think?
Well, I'm not
One
going to
who
die on my
died
knees,
fighting
Mr.
for-
Colt.
Well, you don't have to be on your knees. Look, this. I think you have a misconception about shit. I really do.
What's the
To
misconception
Alex's
here?
point earlier, picking your battles is always wise. It's wiser than going in blind. Because I'm telling you, and I am telling you with every guarantee in my soul, every fabric of my fucking being, that even if you were to down us and take us in, there's a lot of Colts. And like I said, that changes the dynamic between all of us considerably.
We've gone months and months with deputies, Colts. We've always kept a halfway decent rapport. Why does today's situation make it any different?
Because I've already told you, we got work to do.
Then let's get this over with, and so you can get to that work, Mr. Colt. I'm trying to compromise with you here, but you're not compromising.
No, you're telling me to do your will, and your will isn't ready to be done yet.
You're telling me to do your will. It's same situation here, Mr. Colt. You're telling me to tuck my tail, get on my horse, take my men, and run.
I'm telling you to survive to fight another day. Now is not the time. That is what I'm trying to convey to you.
Same goes for you, Mr. Colt. Like I said earlier, harder to do that business recovering from a gunfight than it is recovering from a warrant.
You guys would know, wouldn't you?
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
we
I can
definitely would
recover in
know,
a
Mr.
couple of
Sterling.
months compared to a couple of years.
If we go down, we're not going down on some petty shit.
Yeah, no.
I think you guys are well aware. We probably got some big fucking warrants on our heads. And like we said, the shit we gotta do is time fucking sensitive, and years in prison ain't gonna be, part of our fucking plan.
Look, I can't tell if this is one of your little ploys. Now you say you don't know the fucking time, but yet you're coming after us, not even knowing the goddamn warrants you're serving, other than there is some.
Mr. Mercer, I personally, Andrew Allen, does not know the specifics on the time. I do know that there are warrants, but personally, not without having that paper in my hand and studying it over carefully, I personally do not know that. I agree with you there.
Well,
I mean,
Andrew
well-
Allen, can you tell and ask your other deputies?
Detective
What-
Holt, do we know
what-
the specifics?
What we could do before he answers that is, well, I or Alan don't know the specifics or the exact time that all y'all gonna get. The four of you, not even all six of you, is gonna get. We can guarantee time taken off. For example, if the four of you turn yourselves in peacefully, we'll give you less than half, depending on how fast this takes. Y'all haven't been in the state a very long time, as of recent. As far as I understand, maybe you came back, what, a week? Been a week, Mr. Colt? Ethan?
Longer than that.
Okay. Yeah, been away for a bit, though, and I understand you got business you want to do, you got vows you want to keep with Ruby, I'm assuming that's fine. You want to do all that, that's fine. If you help us, I'll help you so you can get out far quicker. We ain't gonna send you in for max. We ain't gonna send you in for 75%. We're gonna send you in for less than 50. Honestly, I personally, if I was leading negotiations, which I'm not, would even say probably something around 30%. Because I sure as fuck don't want to shoot today.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Delgado, the last time I inquired about Ethan's warrant, he's looking at over 800 months.
Yeah,
easy.
and about 200 or 300 months is a lot better than 800, isn't it?
And I have been
Considerably
told,
so.
on top of that, apparently people higher than you has ordered when it comes to Ethan Colt, max time, no questions asked.
Is that true, Detective Gene Hope?
I can't follow any orders I'm not aware of.
None of those orders have been given to us personally. We'll cut that time down 30%.
And I'm sure if, for example, my sheriff was to give the order that Ethan Colt is to be sent for max, I'm sure if I told him, well, not sending him for max saved me and 6 other deputies from getting shot, as well as them, as well as people in the town behind us who are stupidly standing with their fucking binoculars out watching like it's a goddamn theater show, then I'm sure he'd understand. Say again.
Where are they?
Right there.
Under the baking sun.
Go with him, Ashbrook. Where is he? Yeah, okay.
30% of your time, Mr. Holt. And that could be extended to everybody. Mr. Colt, sorry.
Let us confirm.
Take your time.
Colt's on us.
What are you thinking?
Ain't gonna find a better deal than that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I'm okay with whatever you want to do.
I'm good with whatever you want to do.
I'm prepared to have a gunfight here, just so y'all are aware.
I
Yeah,
know.
me too.
Me
I
too.
know.
But I don't want to see any of you hurt. Because they'll get us. They'll get some of us. Not all of us, but they'll get some of us.
Your
Yeah.
thing, Ethan.
And the bigger thing is that shit, like I said to him, that changes the dynamic between us moving forward, if that's the case.
Yeah.
Your
and we
thing
got
I want
enough
to
shit.
advise, Ethan.
Also, I don't mean to interrupt, but on top of that 30%, we ain't gonna tie you up either,
Fair enough.
just so you're aware.
We able to ride down on our own horses with you then?
Absolutely.
All right. Give us a minute.
Yeah.
I don't think we can get a better
Okay.
deal
I'll
than
go
that.
even
That's
further
pretty good.
what the undersheriff said.
I didn't hear the deal. by the
Disregard
way.
everything that happened today and treat it as if you came in and turned yourself in without guns out.
Noted.
Right, the thing, only thing I have concern about is for Ethan's sake. I am gonna say this because I feel like it needs to be said regardless. If we go through this and have a gunfight, we get away, they will slam you with 6 times.
Oh, yeah. They'll put me up for death. No problem. No questions asked.
Yeah. I'm okay with
But
whatever.
I do
I'm
not
okay with
want-
whatever.
Yeah, if we got to fight here, I'll fight. If we want to turn ourselves in for the betterment of us,
Yeah.
then I'm okay with that too. It's your call.
It's one thing I also want to bring up. Ethan, remember the conversation I had with you up in Ansburg?
Alex, you and I have had thousands of conversations.
You go. The gang is dead.
I'm good with whatever you decide.
Yep. Whatever you decide is what you decide.
I think it'd be foolish not to take that deal.
All right. Well,
All
let's also keep in mind that Alex has a pump, and you got plenty of sheriff keys, bank keys, shit like that.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Let's
Who
put this
isn't?
I
into
say-
negotiations
I-
then.
Melody.
No. I think we gotta drop him off someplace. I mean, hell, I don't know how long I'd be on for, and if it come down to 30, I might even be able to serve locally.
I don't think I can.
Do they got warrants on? They got warrants on me, Rachel, Alex, and Jesse, they said?
Yeah.
And myself. And Brother Jamie, sure.
Well, they didn't say your name, did they?
That's
Okay,
kind of funny.
we can hand this shit to Melody.
Yeah.
So, if
It's
we
done
were
for
willing
me.
to do this, the people without warrants would be scot-free. They go on about their days.
Yep.
Scot-free, Mr. Sterling. They go on. That's part of my agreement. And I'm a man of my word. You should know that by now, Mr. Sterling.
Millie, come with me.
I know enough. Alright, your call. I'm okay with either.
Hold on. I gotta get your shit.
Fuck.
Excuse me.
Take
So you
this.
can go free.
Well, I'm pretty sure everyone for something else. He's probably just forgetting the name.
Yeah, don't give anything
Just
to
give it to Melody.
you give everything to Melody.
Yeah, keep them. Oh, wait, she already has one?
And you keep it very safe, girl.
Ethan.
Ethan.
Yeah.
I know, I'm speaking to you because I'm sure on your word they would, honor it. But that death machine that Mr. Mercer has over there is, that can be talked about. But we'd like it if you turn that in.
Have a conversation about it then.
Alright. Since we're on more negotiable terms, if I put my rifle on my back, is that alright?
I don't got a gun in my hand.
Alright. Deputies, you can just hold your weapons to the side.
I'm just going to put it here for now.
Don't fall in the water, Melody.
I won't.
All right. Mikhail? Mikhail,
Hmm.
you watch
no
her like
more-
a hawk. You keep each other safe. You understand?
And of course, can't really hide the pump action. I mean, it's either I leave it on the crate there or I take it with me.
Well, just hold on to it because you shouldn't be an issue. They didn't say your name.
Well, let's hope so.
Yeah, no shit. All right. Thank you.
If you disable the firing trigger, and we don't, and lawmen don't see it, I'm okay with you keeping it if it has sentimental value. But if we end up seeing it, we're gonna have to take it, firing trigger or not, because other deputies won't know that you disabled it, and they won't know about this deal that we're making. You are or you will. Okay, that's all that matters. I just keep it under your bed for all I care. I just don't want it around in the state. Because who knows, someone might rob you when you're alone or might get the jump on you and they might take it and put another firing trigger in it. Have you thought about the deal, Mr. Ethan?
Yeah, we've accepted your terms.
Okay. That's very good to hear. We'll
Very
get a
good.
horse as well right down to the office.
All right.
All right.
There.
Hey, Delgado.
Yes.
Nice to make your acquaintance.
You as well, Mr. Colt. I'm glad we could finally see eye to eye on this.
Yep.
Mr. Mercer, I suggest he puts that shotgun on his horse now before we take him in. If you can pass that along.
I will.
Already dealt with.
Thank you, sir.
All right, the farthest warrants, you ready to go?
Yep.
All right.
Give me a second.
Yeah, thank you. We waiting for your member there, Ethan?
Who is it?
Yeah.
Who is it?
Alex.
Alex.
I think he
Oh.
needed a second.
Okay.
Oh, she's probably
Like you
gonna see
both got
this.
purple horse.
Ethan have one too?
Yeah.
What?
Purple horse.
Yep.
Okay.
My beat horse.
Eat horse.
We'll take the road here. I appreciate you considering and taking the deal.
Better than having a lot of people left dead.
Yeah, I agree.
We all appreciate that
Or
shit.
having that fucking shift between what we are and what we represent being afforded on y'all.
I'm assuming here, Mr. Colt, that Mr. Morozov ain't gonna try to do anything stupid while we're taking care of this.
Not at all.
Okay, good.
How did Mr. Morozov come to be about the gang?
Just happened to pass him and just came by, like rode by him and Valentine's like, Jesus, you look like fucking Nikolai. And he said, that's my brother. I said, oh, that explains it. But all must have come out the same hole.
Right.
Hopefully not at the same time.
You never know. There's two holes, right?
Y'all can hitch your horses anywhere you like, except the back. Tracy, you're at the front.
Delgado, I'm putting Achilles in the stables. I'll be right back.
I don't trust you.
Gathering up the paperwork.
Okay, Chin.
If I could have the
Not
Colts go
get
to
a
the
better
front,
deal than
I'll
us.
lead you in. Shirley.
Hi.
Sure.
All right, that's two of you. We'll wait for Mercer.
All right.
Where's Sterling?
He's coming.
Oh, there
Right
he
there.
is.
There they.
Howdy. We're getting your paperwork gathered now, so.
Okay.
You wear that mask all the time, Sterling?
Usually.
You wear it when you sleep, too?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, I got
Depends where
one
I'm
too.
sleeping.
It's just kind of invisible. You can't see it. Gotta look really hard, and then
Oh, no,
sometimes.
I see it. I see
Yeah,
it.
yeah, you see it? Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You can see it sometimes.
I'd ask you to take it down, but honestly, I don't give a fuck right now.
Okay.